Great day, everybody. I would say Happy New Year, but I don't celebrate the holidays. And this, December in the wintertime is not the real New Year's. So, but I did say in the year 2026, I really wanted to post more videos about my thoughts and my views on a lot of things. And this video, I really want, I really thought about it for a while, but this is just my opinion. This is just my theory. And when I talk about it, it's not pertaining to all. But I just want to say, in my experience of living 50 years, that I do think that a lot of men, not all men, and I'm not saying women aren't, but today I'm just specifically talking about men, are inherently and prone to wickedness. If you look at the world today, I just really feel like a lot of things are centered around men's pleasures, men's happiness on earth, whether that people feel like it or not. And with the amount of wars going on in the world, it's not a lot of women. Even if you look at governments all over the world, they are mostly ran by men. And it just seems like it's no problem with killing of children and women and bombing. And even when it comes to sexual deviancy, if I pronounce that right, a lot of men, like even with prostitution, it's mostly geared around the pleasures of men. Even with the child pornography, and don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about all men, and I'm not saying women don't participate in this, but the numbers don't lie. You guys can do your own research. A lot of this stuff is geared around the pleasures and the sickness of and the wickedness of men, unhealed men, of most of the time who have been assaulted or sexually assaulted, SA in their life and never got help and then became a menace on the world. A lot of men choose violence, especially, and I can talking about my community very much. Is always a choice of violence and the willingness to take life. And I see a lot of men in my life participate in this. It's no empathy, there's no compassion anymore. It's just violence, war, and death amongst our own and amongst others. I really feel like I seen somebody else made a video, but they were saying how they had did research. It's a town, I think, on the west coast of the United States that's majority women. Well, it's basically all women, and they have less crime rate. And I really think for it to be peace on earth, that a lot of men just have to be eliminated and or taken out of power, because in their nature is always going to be violence, war, rape, and pillage. It's never anything really. When you think about the prison system, it's primarily men, and it's no reform. It's just a continuous cycle of wickedness and lack of morals, and it's just nothing's being done about it. And I do think in a world where it was majority women, it wouldn't be like this. Now, get me, I'm not saying all men are inherently wicked, but I'm saying a lot of majority of them. If you think of the sex crimes, like I said again, sex uh, with child abductions and essays and all of that going on. Even with trafficking, a lot of this stuff are being done by men if you really think about it. And this is something that our world don't want to address out loud because most of the media, most of the people in power are men all across this world. So how can you help yourself? It's no accountability. It's no look at all of the terrorists all over the world, even domestic terrorists, people who do mass shooting and all this stuff, people who shoot up their communities, male, 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 men. When you see the child trafficking and stuff, these rings, when they catch people, is majority men. So that's why I came up with the conclusion like majority of men are inherently wicked and evil. And you see in relationships, I want to say a strong 85% of the time is men messing up their relationships. It's men who abandon their children. And it's not a race thing, it's a man thing. All kind of women online talking about how they've been essayed and trafficked, mistreated, and hate and wickedness breeds more hate and wickedness. When will we acknowledge this as a people and make some changes? When will men as a whole realize they're the destructive force on this planet? When will men realize they are the weapons of mass destruction on this planet? So I just wanted to strike up a conversation and really get people to think about this. You guys can let me know what you think. If you think I'm full of crap, you could put it. I don't care. Post what your thoughts are. But these are just my theories. Thank you.